Welcome, dear friends, to Cardiac Radio at Laws of Love at 11 p.m. Nourishing our souls with this amazing book that was brought to us in the 60s through two mediums in Brazil, the renowned Chico Xavier and his partner in mediumistic meetings, Waldo Vieira. One spirit, the renowned Emmanuel, comes to us to tell us that the laws of justice, the laws of God, are laws of love. It's hard to grasp when we feel pain, when we are facing challenges, but we're understanding how. It's only 8 chapters, questions and answers. And you and I go through the understanding, the Spiritist view on suffering. We have already studied chapter 1, the spiritual causes of illnesses. And then we skipped a few chapters, and now in chapter 7, at the end of it, question 11. Today we're concluding chapter 7, which is treatment of illnesses and Spiritism. And today, the ultimate question. Question 11 was asked to Emmanuel. What are the medicines for the spirit or of the spirit? Did you know you have remedies inside of you? Physically, it is true, even for pain. When we study pain in the physical body, we come to know of a beautiful pathway that was studied actually by my boss back at the University of Maryland. It's in the textbooks. Dubner and his groups studying about the descending pathway of analgesia. Inside of us, we have the ability to turn on a painkiller. One day we'll know how to turn it on without painkillers, without Advil, without Tylenol. But what about the spirit? We as spirits, for our pains and sorrows, morally and physically, do we have medicines within? Emmanuel answers to this question in 2 parts. First, he talks about Spiritism and how Spiritism can help. So he says, in Spiritist activities, we reap immediate benefits from the sublimated magnetism, whether through passes, under the influx of prayer, or in the systematic gospel at home, through which benefactors and discarnated friends rebalance our forces through high inspiration, calming our thoughts, or they avail themselves of mediumistic resources sparse in the environment to provide us with help to the afflicted soul or to the exhausted energies. Let's observe just this first part. The second part is coming along. First part, he's saying, how can Spiritism help as medicine for the soul? So he says, sublimated magnetism, he's talking about the service of passes in the Spiritist Center. If you have never seen it, it's like laying on of hands, but it's free of charge. And it comes to us in a way for us to recharge. It's like let's say, a spiritual operation, right? It goes through, it's a treatment. Since we apply the passes under the influx of prayer, good spirits come, as he's saying, benefactors, and they inspire us, calm our thoughts, sometimes use a medium to bring new energies, rescue entities that are bothering and creating pain. Because usually when people tell me, I have fibromyalgia, which Still not understood much by science. I know because I am in the field of neuroscience of pain, and we don't know much. When people feel pain, they go to the doctors. André Luiz, Emmanuel explained to us. It's because of obsession, spirit attachments, and those ill energies make us sick. So, when we go to the center and receive the passes through prayer, when we do our weekly God at home meetings at the same time every day, the good spirits can come and rebalance our pains, our forces. But people say, I don't have time. Well, we're only going to receive. You are going to receive what you're seeking, right? If we dedicate our lives to 10,000 things, but not to our inner balance, which is most important, we're not going to reach anywhere. Do you do the God at home or the gospel at home? If you don't know what it is, please write to us at cardiacradio@gmail.com and we will explain to you. Or read the book The Messengers by André Luiz through Chico Xavier, where he explains how it happens and how the good spirits help us. But there's a second part to this answer. And Spiritism can help us treating our ills, bringing medicines for us. He says, therefore, if you have embraced Spiritism, examine it attentively. Examine attentively its teachings, and you will understand that humility and benevolence, service and abnegation, patience and hope, solidarity and optimism are medicines of the spirit, transforming struggles into lessons and difficulties into blessings. Because in the depths of every clarification, every comforting message that flows to you from inspiration, you will hear the word of the Christ. Love one another as I have loved you. How about that? You like it? And you're puzzled. I was puzzled when I first heard it once. It's like, scratching my head. Come again, please. Emmanuel. So now we're going to share a slide that we have prepared so we can study a little more about the medicines of the soul, of the spirit. You have an ascending pathway. This is how we're going to call here at Cardiac Radio, an ascending pathway. Okay? Here we are. Let's study this together. We're going to study this. Beauty, 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 beauty. Emmanuel brings to us an unprecedented information. He says that in this ascending pathway of healing, the medicines for the spirit and of the spirit are humility. Let's talk about humility. Why he points that out first. Where does our pride and selfishness come from? Lack of humility. And why are we proud and egotistic? Because we lack love for God. Because when God is strong in us, we are no longer thinking that we're different, that we're better, that we deserve more, that we deserve better. Because God created us equal. Read in the book Thought and Life by Emmanuel the chapter on humility. He says to us that we need to practice humility. Is not this false modesty. When I say, oh, who am I? No, I'm sorry, but that's not true. Who are we? We're children of God. But it's like we're children of God, but God is the all-powerful, not me. Not my money, not my things, not my titles, not my positions, not my influence, not my career, not my anything. So who am I? I'll tell you an exercise that we're going to do to boost the medicine of the spirit. Then the second medicine of the spirit is benevolence. Because it's when I channel my will towards the good, benevolence, bene good, volens will, my will towards the good. I wake up saying, I'm going to do the good today, but not externally, inside. I'm here to serve. I'm born to serve, service. And I am going to be selfless. Yesterday, when we were participating in a special meeting, studying with friends in Brazil, scholars in Brazil, they were saying how important it is for spiritists, especially for people who are practitioners, to practice anonymity, meaning being anonymous, in the sense of it doesn't matter if people see what I do or not, but I'll do the good. Because usually we do the good and we want to proclaim. Don't. Make an exercise of selflessness. Do good things and don't tell anyone. But do so much that people inevitably will notice, but you won't mind sharing because it's besides the point. The point is being a servant of God. And inevitably, we're going to step into another medicine, patience. Patience saves a lot of energy. Because in this anxious society that we live in, we're always like fast-paced. I know we have things to do, but at peace. We're here now. There are 10,000 things to be done. Doesn't matter. This moment is important. Mindfulness. If I practice mindfulness, I conquer patience. Calmness. Blessed are the meek and the peacemakers. How are we going to be meek and peacemakers if we don't boost these medicines in us? And then inevitably, I wake up every day thinking, whatever is happening, this shall pass. I am progressing and I can see myself ahead. And then I will always practice charity, benevolence towards everyone, forgiveness of offenses, indulgence towards people's imperfections, and with ourselves as well. We make mistakes. People may say, but Vanessa, don't you make a mistake? I do. But I hope today I'm better than yesterday, and I plan on being better every day. I want to renounce my conditionings. That's true renunciation. It's to renounce things that we're addicted to, morally speaking, and are not healthy for us, for anybody. And that's why I practice optimism. Dr. Martin Seligman says that those who practice optimism, they're healthier. This is not the la la land. In this pandemic, there's something that we tell children at the School of Emotion. There's what we call this, and this is from a book, A Little Spot of Worry. Teaching children about useful worry and spinning worry. Useful worry is the one that protects us from danger. For example, during this pandemic, it's healthy and good, useful worry to say, I'm not going to abuse social distancing. I'm going to keep my 6 feet apart. I'm going to keep using my mask. I'm going to be vaccinated. I'm going to wash my hands, keep good hygiene, washing my house, washing my things at house, doing laundry, cleaning up. It's moral charity to do all those things. That's useful worry. But there is a spinning worry when I think, oh my gosh, what if I get the coronavirus and I die and my family, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? That spinning worry, it doesn't help us. And if we don't manage, it grows into anxiety. Practice optimism. God is watching over us. Whatever happens, I'll do my best. However else, I know God is only allowing what I need. And I tame my worries. I keep myself being optimistic, visualizing when the pandemic is going to be over and we're going to be much better than today. Medicines of the Spirit. But Emmanuel is saying that we are going to boost these medicines when we examine attentively the teachings of Spiritism. So here's the exercise that Mentor Joseph gave to us to boost this medicine of the Spirit. He says, sit down, like he was saying to me yesterday. I was in my backyard, and I had children, the child and the dog, so it wasn't peace and quiet. But he said, it's the mind. He said, close your eyes. And then immediately I started praying. He smiled and said, okay, you can finish your prayer. And I finished and I asked him, am I not supposed to pray? He said, no, yes, but the exercise is past the prayer. I said, okay. And he said, now breathe in and out and visualize yourself in front of a universal mirror. A mirror, like a bathroom mirror. Visualize yourself in front of that mirror. Feel yourself as spirit. Forget your body. Let your body rest, seated as you are, restfully. Breathe in and out and feel yourself, visualizing yourself in the mirror. How do you see yourself? And then I start feeling things that were positive and negative. He says, just observe. Now visualize yourself in your positive things, in the virtues you've conquered. And tell yourself, I will conquer myself completely till I become whole. That's the affirmation for us. Put your hand in your heart. I am conquering myself completely till I become whole. Breathe in. Breathe out. I am conquering myself completely till I become whole. God is so good. God loves. Breathe in and out. And he said, do this exercise daily. You see that you will conquer all these steps into boosting greater humility, greater benevolence, greater spirit of service, selflessness, patience, hope, charity, and optimism. 8 things that define our ascending pathway of healing inside of us. It's not external, it's inside. This is the true medicine of the soul for the soul. This is it for today, dear friends. We wish you many blessings. With God, all things are possible. Thank you.